on the Bubblecast, any given Sunday. The Atlanta Falcons made shockwaves in the sports world yesterday by benching the $100 million man Kirk Cousins and naming first-round draft pick Michael Penix Jr. as the starting quarterback going forward. Can the rookie savage the Falcons' playoff hopes? Congratulations to the Milwaukee Bucks as they dismantled the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the second annual Emirates NBA Seasonal Cup. Is Giannis Antetokounmpo back at MVP form? We are joined tonight by returning special guest, Mr. KL, and the guys will recap the latest topics in sports and preview upcoming NFL Week 16. The Bubble staff has chosen and will kick off the show with the top 3 plays of the week. This and more tonight on the Bubblecast, unbiased, unfiltered, and unleashed with D and E.
What's up, Bubblecast Nation? Welcome to the Bubblecast with your host, Professor D.
Big Money E, what's happening?
Special guest in the house.
What's up with the business here? KL here.
Welcome back here to the cast, man. Bubblecast Nation, let's get right into it. We're going to kick off the show with the top plays of the week. Let's get into it.
The Bubblecast top 3 plays of the week. At number 3, Jaden Houdini Daniels.
Under pressure. Stays on his feet. Now he's rolling. End zone is caught for a touchdown by McLaurin.
At number 2, so nice he did it twice. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Next level right here. Look at the Greek freak. Carlson has come on for OKC. Donovan deflects it. Hendricks looking, stretching, blocked again. Wondering, are the Bucks back? Yes, they are. They are playing some of the best basketball in this league over the last month and a half. But it has been so impressive. We got Gary Trent Jr. with the nail in.
At number 1, what a catch.
Love putting it up top, back of the end zone. Oh, did Dobbs catch that? What a catch, Romeo Dobbs! Touchdown, Green Bay! What a catch!
Did anything hit out of bounds? Clean catch. What touches the elbow? There you go.
What a play!
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
Next week, sir.
And that was the top plays of the week. Per the Bubblecast Nation, our crew chose these top plays. So let's end the cap with the NFL. Shocking news yesterday. The Atlanta Falcons made headlines. Sent shockwaves throughout the NFL and competition. Michael Penix Jr. is now the starter going forward. With $100 million man Kirk Cousins. Let's check it out.
Unfortunately, I wasn't playing up to that standard consistently enough, and so, it is what it is, and you roll with it, and now, you still get ready, one play away kind of a thing, and support Mike, and just try to help our team, be able to find a way to win these last 3 to get in the playoffs, and that's what it's all about. So, that's my focus, and take any questions you have.
Coach said that the turnovers were an issue at the end of the day, and he said you can't have those in the NFL. Can you look back and see at that, and how did you digest that part of it, and how can you try to fix that if you do get another opportunity as a number 2?
Yeah, no, I would agree with him. It probably ultimately was the turnovers, and that's such a key thing in winning and losing in the NFL.
And then, long time we see, a lot of football, but stuff looks different. We started asking, well, hey, maybe something's not right health-wise. How was your health? Was that a factor? It looked like the zip might have not been on the balls lately.
No, I think, going back to the turnovers, I think, that's more probably decision-making than anything. And that wouldn't have anything to do with any physical limitations. So I wouldn't say so.
All right, there you have it for Cut Cousins. He didn't make any excuses. Primarily said, he paid poorly down the stretch. It is what it is. He's going to be there and be a professional, be there for Mike, and be there for the team as the backup. Outside of Atlanta, nobody seems surprised by this move. He played poorly down the stretch, one touchdown and 9 interceptions. Let's get right into it for this Kirk Cousins piece. Was this the right move?
Yeah, man, I feel like it's the right move for right now, man. And I mean, Kurt started off hot. Man, kind of had the hopes up, man, for the city. Man, he looked good early on, man, during the season. Man, he struggled in the first game in Pittsburgh, but then after that, they went on a good little stretch, man. Him and Mooney was looking good, man. Drake London, man, everybody was in the game. But then after a few weeks went by, he went downhill for some reason. I don't know what happened. I don't think it probably was like an injury scare, man, that he didn't broke his confidence. But from that point on, man, he been struggling ever since, man. So I feel like, man, they in a bad position. They still in a good position to make the playoff, but if Tampa Bay can have a good run going forward, man, through the rest of this stretch, their playoff hopes is over. And then I feel like they can go ahead and start pennants because your playoffs hopes pretty much over with, and you want to see what your rookie can do. You know what I'm saying, going forward. So why would you not start him at this point? You going up against a opponent that you can beat in the New York Giants come Sunday, man. And we didn't see him in preseason. You know what I'm saying? He never got cracked like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going to Kirk Cousins. So the better chance that you put him in is right now, man, against the New York Giants to see what he can do.
Yep, and the next 3 games for the Falcons, we got the Giants. We got another rookie quarterback in Jalen Johnson in Washington. And we close out the game against the top pick last year in Carolina. So maybe the Falcons can salvage the season. Maybe we can see what Pinks can do. But I think Cousins may not be an Atlanta Falcon next year. Unforeseen injury. He may play this last Falcon game against the Raiders.
Nah, I doubt that. That one, but right now, man, like I said, man, under the circumstances of what they doing right now, man, the last 3 games they play out appearances in jeopardy, man, and right now we just see what the kid can do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he didn't play in preseason. We never really saw him do anything. So right now is the moment, man. Especially going up against these last 3 teams, you can really just see what he can do. See what he can bring to the table going forward. Right now, I don't think they're gonna get rid of Cousins. You know what I'm saying? But right now, they're just trying to test the rookie out right now.
So we got to wait and see. This could be a good game to test them against the Giants. They still got a lot to prove. They want to finish with pride, and they don't want to have their first win against a rookie. So I expect it to be a competitive game. But hopefully, the Falcons should close it out.
All right, guys, time's up. Next topic.
All right, we heard the balls. Before we move forward, any final thoughts on that Falcons Cousins move, KO?
Basically, like y'all was saying, you can't go wrong with giving him a shot. Like I said, cousin wasn't getting it done. Of course, for the city, we're trying to win, want to win, and that's expected from any city and their fans. And tape and what's going on, you can't lie. He ain't getting the job done. So, like you said, you can't go wrong with putting him in. Worst case scenario, he can get us in the playoffs, which I still don't see Atlanta really doing much in the playoffs, but at least it'll get him that live experience going next year because they still is rebuilding, regardless of all the moves they spent. They still in a rebuilding phase. So, I mean, for them to even get in the playoffs is a huge move. And like you said, for them not to get in, it ain't like a big surprise because they still rebuilding and trying to get the foundation there. So, all thing we do is wait for Sunday and see how it go from there. But like I said, I agree with the move because you can't go wrong last 3 games of the season. Why not?
All right, are we all agree Falcons beat the Giants for our Sunday?
Yeah, I would say yeah. Yeah.
I say yeah.
Happens in the game, man.
Speaking of the Falcons, another former Falcon great is in the headlines for a big change in his career. Michael Vick, possibly a coach. Let's check it out.
All right, breaking news, college football. Michael Vick's been hired as the head coach at Norfolk State. That's an FCS school, and signals a return home of sorts for Vick. He's a Virginia kid, then went to Virginia Tech, led the Hokies to the national championship game in 1999, lost to Florida State. He went on to become the #1 pick in the draft, had an electrifying career in the NFL, but then remember, during his career, went to prison for 18 months for financing a dogfighting operation, missed a couple of years, and then made a comeback with the Philadelphia Eagles, and now he's going to get a chance to coach in an HBCU school, Norfolk State. Let's get Emery Hunt and
All right. Let's get right into it. What we think about it, Coach Vic. I mean, he's gonna take over as the head coach. I'm not even sure he had any coaching experience, but this seems to be the model for the HB. The historical black colleges. Get the former NFL player in there, draw a fan base, increase the fan base, and show some production. We saw what Eddie George did this year, his first year as coach. He got the team to the playoffs. And going back to high school, we've seen what Teddy Bridgewater did to Miami Northwestern, won the state title. What y'all think about Coach Vic?
Hey man, I with it, man. I mean, I'm gonna just give all the Coach Prime, man, the first Atlanta Falcon GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? He opening the doors for these guys, man. He getting these guys out the pot. You know what I'm saying? He motivating these guys to, get coaching jobs. You know what I'm saying? Now we're about to see a second Atlanta Falcon great, man, going there and put some big numbers up in the college world, man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm gonna just put it like Michael Vick, man, without him having the coaching experience, he had been on the sideline before, man, as like an assistant coach. Now he haven't really had like experience as a head coach, but he had been on the sideline before, man. Did a few pro bowl games, you know what I'm saying, and he coached a little few times, but first head coach experience, man, I can't wait to see what he can do.
Yeah, all successes to him. Atlanta legend. Transform his career on and off the field. He's a great analyst at Fox. I know they're going to miss him, and I know the folks at Norfolk jumping for joy. He's local, not too far from that college campus, and it should be a win-win. Hopefully, get the right coaching staff around him, get some experiences, coordinators around him, and you never know what could happen. He could make the jump here, and it could be like Dion, go to another D1, or maybe you stay down there in Norfolk State, build another legacy.
I agree. It's a nice opportunity for Vic, get some experience under his belt. Of course, never head coach before, but I feel like they're saying he's going to get a good experienced staff around him to help him learn, to help him with the tools to take the win and stuff. Like you said, again, I see him being good for the young kids and teaching them from what he learned and help them get that real NFL type of experience under their belts going for the future, just like Prime did, like he said, help them learn because they've been there before to the NFL, the college and stuff, so try and head them over like there. So
2, 1.
did for him, like
All
you
right,
said,
guys, time's up.
and
Next
for him to
topic.
get that. So I think it's a good move and can't wait to see what he do with it.
It should be interesting because we know a lot of people coming back to college. Look at Bill Belichick. I know going to North Carolina with his dad coach. College could be the new jump start for the NFL crew. Much success, much of luck to Coach Vic. Can't wait to see. And speaking of college athletics, the Heisman Trophy was recently done. Of course, Travis Hunter won, but you cannot mention Travis Hunter without his fiance. And right now, there's a lot of drama or a lot of talk about her, and she has something to say about it. Let's check it out.
But what's a testimony without a test of faith? So I'm going to start from the very beginning with this my type thing. I got permission from Travis to say these things because these are previously things I didn't want online. But I'm going to tell y'all the full story just so y'all know. So Travis, when he first ever DM'd me, when we first met, I said I left him in my DM for 2 months, and people said, oh, she left him in his DM until she figured out who he was. That is not true at all. The real reason Travis sat in my DM for 2 months is because he DM'd me when he had a girlfriend, and her name was in his bio, so I instantly knew he had a partner. So I exited the message, and he sat there until he was single. I don't do home wrecking. I'm not a side piece. I don't stand for any of those things. I support women, so I would never do that to another woman because I would never want it done to me. So I ignored him until he was single. That's the real reason he sat in my DM. Then the second thing, when I said he wasn't my type, I did not mean attractiveness. I don't have a physical type, period. No two men that I previously dated looked the same. My first one was a white cowboy. Second one was a Mexican soccer player. Then I dated a black man who's a SoundCloud rapper. And then Travis. So I have never dated the same type physically. I don't care about what people look like or what they can give me. I date people for who they are as a person, how they honor God, and how they treat the people around them. And Travis is all the above. So when I said he wasn't my type, I meant because he was younger than me. I had never dated no one younger than me, and he had cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know if your type is cheaters, but mine isn't. So no, he wasn't my type at first off of those two things, but that didn't discredit the fact that I was attracted to him. That's obviously why I gave him a chance. And then I learned he truly is a phenomenal.
You know, I mean, she kind of made things worse, don't you think? I mean,
She putting everything on him, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say that, man. Travis Hunter, man, he a great player, man. You know, going forward, we got a bright future ahead of him, man. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that dude is simp, man. You know what I'm saying? He a sucker.
no.
You know what I'm saying? Because females like them, man, gonna trap my boy. You know what I'm saying? She gonna end up even having a baby by this guy. Gonna end up, you know what I'm saying? Taking it for some millions, man. You know what I'm saying? She done hit the jackpot, man, with Travis, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't really hate on her. You know what I'm saying? She called her a simp. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he don't even see the red flags with this chick. She saw all the red flags in your face, and you still gonna go after this chick. Oh man, don't talk about my girl. I'm like, dude, you don't even see the red flags, bro. This girl is gonna she gonna hurt him. She gonna hurt him in the future, bro.
Well, it's sad to say, you live and you learn. Like I said, he young, she young. So, like you said, again, it's going to have to be a life lesson experience for him. Sad to say, like I said, everybody can say what they want, but once, as a famous quote go, you're on the outside looking in. So, like,
And he's a simp, dog.
I mean, yeah, it's looked at as him being a simp, and like you said, but he gonna have to live and learn. And like I said, he'll learn from the experience. And shout out to Shannon and Ocho on their nightcap. They did a little segment speaking on it. When you living through the internet and posting everything, every detail of your relationship, how you met, all that stuff. She was saying what meant to be said to the public, regardless of if it's true or not. It ain't for the world to know. And when you put it out there for the world, you invite them into your relationship and situationship or whatever you're in, because then they're gonna have comments, they're gonna chime in, they're gonna say how they feel, what they like and don't like, and everything you're doing was seen on camera. You inviting them in. You don't want people to know, don't say it. Just like, he's saying he was crying with her. And so that ain't for everybody to know. She's saying she left him in the DM and who she used to date and how attractive he was or he cheated and stuff. That ain't for the world to know. I mean, certain stuff is meant to be kept in-house. I mean, when you put it out there, you're welcoming everybody. So, like I said again, they're going to have to live and learn, both of them.
Man,
But you did the 5 years. They were together for 5 years. Didn't that count for something? And she just got her. She knew what she got. And she said she ain't gonna let it go.
she a gold.
Of course. She don't struck gold with him, and at the same time, like you said again, whether she was telling the truth about why she was mad on camera or not. But like you said again, she's not like Beyonce and he Jay-Z, and they relationship heated with stuff. She not. So like I said again, nobody know who she is. They know her through stuff.
All right, guys, time's up. Next.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Hey man, shout out to LeBron James, man, King James, man, because his wife Savannah, man, holding him down for a long time. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing, man. You got to credit to the GOAT, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a nice wife, man. She never in the public eye. She ain't never saying that bad about my boy. You know what I'm saying? But these young guys, man, they gotta learn from that. Take a look at the GOAT, man. Follow in his footsteps, man, and learn, man, how to handle these women in public, man, and how to handle your wife and your girlfriend, man. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing bad. LeBron been playing what 21 years. Man, gonna be 40 at the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? Never nothing in the public eye, man, about LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But then they get out here with these young kids, you know what I'm saying, putting all their news out there shit for the world to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like Chris said. Some stuff just meant to be private, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, you letting people in your business. Now you got to come out, make videos, explaining yourself. You don't. They shouldn't even got to their point where they got to come on and explain their point of views on what's going on to the world at that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the internet. People gonna say what they want to say, man. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. They gotta live that life, not the people on the internet. Because people gonna everybody got opinions. You can't sit back and battle everybody's opinion. You're gonna lose every time.
Exactly, and like you said, regardless of young, old, I mean, it's old celebrity relationships. That's all in the media. They put everything they do, say, they arguments online. When I said when you put that out there, you welcoming everybody into it, and people's opinion. Like I said, you keep behind closed doors, and only between y'all who in the relationship, nobody know. Like you said, LeBron don't put up stuff when they beefing or going through stuff like most relationships probably do. We know nothing about it. So, like you said, again, it's all about the relationship. Jay-Z and Beyonce. Nobody know what they go through. People just see them out in public. Like you said again, that's what they're supposed to do. Like you said,
Now they did have that one accident in the elevator now about 10 years ago.
that's the same. Don't see them post stuff about this or this happened and all that kind of stuff. So, like you said again, you live and learn. Like you said, if you want to live your life happy times on the internet, you're gonna live the bad ones on there too.
But overall, that video she just put out, I think it was like 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, did it make things worse or better? To me, I think it makes things worse. I mean, like you said, we don't even know he cheated on his girl or he was dating someone in her DMs. And it just seemed like she got a good PR team. So every incident that the public sees, she got an excellent story to tell. But her body language and the actions that people are seeing is different. And you got to think about this too. Travis Hunter has one of the best people that can give him advice in this situation, and that's Coach Prime. And you got to take accountability how Coach Prime has his own sons similar in that situation. You don't see Shador or Shallow girlfriends acting like this. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they telling Travis everything the world wants him to know. And right now, the young man, like you said, experience comes from many things. Sometimes joy, happiness, but sometimes pain. Hopefully, it's the former and not the latter with the young man.
Was like, yeah, why now? You know what I'm saying? It's like you kind of see, like, yeah, struggling to get girls, man. He finally got one that he liked. And she got him wide open, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he don't see it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that we saying that, oh shit, man, we don't care about you, bro. But sometimes, man, you gotta see this stuff for yourself, bro, and listen to other people, bro. It's not like people just want to see you not with a female. You know what I'm saying? We just want to see you with the right female. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
Well,
just because she telling you stuff at the house, and then you know what I'm saying, you win the whole Heisman trophy, she don't even stand up and clap for you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta make her stand up. Like that's common sense to stand up for your man, you know what I'm saying, to be won an award, especially a Heisman trophy. Somebody gotta ask you to stand up. Like, come on now.
I think she had an excuse for that too later in that part of the video. But to
Yeah.
play devil advocate a little bit, let's think about this. At least he ain't out there, sowing his oats. I guess the old saying. He's standing with one girl, and maybe, like you said, hopefully everybody wrong. It works out, but right now, I mean, I'm pretty sure Coach Bryant done told him everything somebody else could tell him. No more. Coach Bryant experienced and on and off the field with women. His exploits are really documented. And you got again take an example, Shadir and Shiloh. I don't even see their girls on the arm nowhere. I don't even have them having the type of trouble Travis is, and I'm pretty sure they telling him too, like, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" But like you said, he gonna have to learn. Hopefully, it ain't the lesson we all think he's gonna learn. Hopefully, it works out. But hey, who knows?
I mean, yeah, you're right. Like you said, you got Prime around him. You know, he ain't gonna give him no bad advice, and I'm quite sure, you know, he may not want to step too far into that territory with him for his relationship. Because at the end of the day, he on the outside looking in, but at the same time, you know, he gonna give him what advice he feel he may need to know, and it's up to him to take it. But like you said, at the end of the day, you know, whether he actually love her, they actually love each other, or like you said again, we don't know. So like you said again, we just going off what we saying in the media, what they putting out, you know, and everybody gonna have an opinion. So like you said, at the end of the day, he just gonna have to live and learn whether they stay together, break up, whatever. He young, they young, so we don't know. He may not even stay with us. Then again, he could. We don't know. I mean, like you said, they have to wait and see. I just hope, like you said, for the best. You know, if he gonna be with her, it work out. If not, you know, he find somebody who actually gonna be there for him and ain't gonna cause drama and scenes. And cause like I said, the man career just getting going and starting off with drama. He ain't even got to the NFL yet. And he just won the Heisman and he got all this drama surrounding it. You know, it's overshadowing, you know, or taking away from the highlight of what he got going on.
All right, I guess that's the final word on it. I guess changing topics, going out to the NBA. Recently, there was the annual NBA Cup, the Embers Cup. Milwaukee Bucks walked out the winners. You know, in the semifinals they beat the Hawks, and in the championship they beat OKC, Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's check it out.
Giannis Antetokounmpo hugging his brother and leading the way for Milwaukee. What an impressive performance, RJ.
It was so impressive, and it's really just their season got off to a slow start. The cup game started. They raised their level, their defense, their offense. It really all started to come together. For me, what's most impressive is that they're playing against a great OKC team. They've been 4-8 against teams over 500. So this, to me, was their biggest challenge of the season to determine whether or not they are back. And well, in my opinion, the Bucks are back.
Well, the Thunder will be back as well. A difficult night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the OKC Thunder as they fall short, make it to the finals. And the Bucks will all get $514,000 for their NBA Cup victory. Antetokounmpo dominant once again. We've got lots more to come, including the trophy presentation. We'll hear from the winners as well here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Came into this NBA Cup with a renewed focus. How refreshing is it to play these meaningful basketball games in December?
It's great. It's great for our team. We're getting better. The last 50 games we've played, we've competed, we've played team basketball. We trust in one another. We trust one another's abilities, so we're playing good basketball. You know, these two games, no matter win or lose, we know we're going to leave Vegas. We're going to be a better team. I'm so proud of this group. Man, I'm so proud of this group. You know, coming out of in the halftime, we know we had 24 minutes to go. We came out in the third quarter. We set the tone. We played great team basketball. We were moving the ball. Guys were making shots, but most importantly, we were competing defensively. The team scored only 14 points. That's who we are. That's who we are. That's who we're going to continue to be. And the job's not done. We have a lot of basketball in front of us. We have a lot of things that we got to improve. We are going to improve, and we're going to stay like team because job is not done.
Giannis.
Hey, shout out to Gunnis, man. He said job is not done. He understands the focus. You know, I mean, pretty much they dominated that game against Milwaukee. It wasn't even and speaking of, big shout out to one person in particular because the start of the season, Darvin Ham got a lot of heat from the Lakers. The Lakers started out rolling. They said we better out without Darvin Ham, and look at where they are now. So far at midway in the early part of the season, Darvin Ham just won his second annual in March Cup, and the Lakers got knocked out early. So good win for Doc Rivers. Where do you think Milwaukee goes from here? Is Giannis back in MVP form? Because throughout that the semifinals against the Hawks, dominated. This game against OKC, dominated. I mean, he was like his MVP form.
Yeah, man. I feel like Giannis, man, done got back, and I feel like the Bucks done got back. They've been struggling for the last few years, man. They was trying to get coach, man. And last year, man, Doc came in. You know, he really didn't know the team last year, man. But they kind of starting to gel together. I feel like, man, if they gonna make a run for their money, they gotta play well, man. You got the Cavaliers, you got the Celtics, you got Miami, you got everybody. But like the East still not tough as the West. But and you buckle down, you know the 76 are struggling, you know, Embiid and with the drum out there with Embiid. You know, it's kind of wide open still, but I feel like Boston is that number one team, man. But Cleveland, man, they've been making some noise, dog. Like they been going crazy all season, man. But Milwaukee been, you know, been showing their stuff, man, for the last few games, man. And I feel like they have bounced back. I'm not so like you say, like Giannis said, man. The job not done. They got a mid-season tournament championship. You know what I'm saying? That's a great man. That still gives the team. You know, I know a lot of people just talking about this championship, man, but that still gives guys to bring a competitive side out and show people what they can do, man. Because even it is a small trophy, man, it's still showcasing. Like, hey, how hard these guys want to win, man. You know what I'm saying? They showing you mid-season form. Like, we can do this. You know what I'm saying? So when the playoffs come, you can see another push from them.
Oh yeah, and like I said, this does wonders for teams that needs companies. We saw how they did Indiana, how they got far last year, and other young teams. And then Milwaukee got a team of veterans. I think Giannis is 30. Dame's not too far behind them. But this tournament, I think, has boost not just a money booster, but overall, team seems to play a little bit more momentum the last two seasons. And hopefully, Milwaukee can go far with this because a lot of pressure is on everyone, especially Doc Rivers, to get the job done.
All right, guys, time's up. Next topic.
Yeah, I would say, like you said again, look, he get back true to form, and shout out to them for winning the mid-season cup and everything. Like you said again, they kind of fell off. They was at the top at one point, but like I said, they getting back in the form, and like I said, I know it's mid-season now, so we don't know what direction any team gonna go in, but can't take away from the win and what they did in the tournament. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see. Of course they're gonna be there in the playoffs, so I feel they're gonna be a threat, but we just have to sit back and see. And I think he's gonna be an interesting development to see who come out the East and the West and be there at the end.
All right.
Bucks.
Since we all agree, Milwaukee's back, got his MVP back, but hey, the Hawks still win the championship. I don't care what nobody say. Hawks taking the title.
Well, yeah, as long as you got NBA 2K, I mean, a lot of stuff can't happen.
Hey, yeah. You can get them on 2K. They'll win 5 years in a row.
All right. I guess moving on to the last topic, man. It's a lot of controversy happened the last 2 weeks about the college football playoff. We chopped it up for you guys because it was a long. I mean, when I say ESPN stretched this video, they stretched it for all it's worth. We chopped it down in under 2 minutes for you guys, man. So, college football playoffs. Who's in? Who's out? Who didn't make it? Let's check it out.
First year of a 12-team playoff, the number one seed. And I don't think there's a lot of drama here. There is one team that is undefeated in college football, and the number one seed, the Oregon Ducks, champions of the Big Ten. Also, as expected, champions of the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs. Find out about Carson Beck, who was hurt. Their backup Gunnar Stockton led them to victory in overtime against Texas yesterday to claim the SEC third seed in the college football playoff, a bye into the quarterfinal. Goes to Boise State. Strength of schedule overall in the 80s, the final bye. It's Arizona State. So Arizona State gets the bye. What a job Kenny Dillingham, the former Oregon Clemson is. Clemson still ranked 16th. So the fifth seed will play Clemson in the bracket and play them at home is the Texas Longhorns. Texas and Clemson in a first-round game in Austin. Win 6 seed. Penn State. So Happy Valley will host a first-round playoff game after James, the 7th seed, the college football playoff. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, and on a chilly afternoon or evening, the 8th seed final home game belongs to Ohio State. Coming off a disappointment the last time they scored and face Ohio State as the 9th seed. The Tennessee Volunteers, and Big Orange really hoping that they were going to get a home game. Instead, they'll travel not too far away and go to Bend. The Fighting Irish will take on in-state battle. Signetti wanted a home game. I don't think he had much of a case for a home game, but he doesn't have to travel too far. As the Hoosiers, what a remarkable season. They go out to take on the Irish. You talk about two different teams. Pretty much know the two teams it comes down to. Does it come down to Alabama, which has some rough losses, or SMU, which really doesn't have anything that ugly on its resume, but they also don't have anything that really stands out as a punctual. And the final spot in the college football playoff. Who is it? The SMU Mustangs hold on to that final spot and edge out Alabama. So it will be SMU and Penn State as the ACC gets the last two spots in terms of seeding, and they get the last at-large spot. And so now we'll do the first team out, which we all presume to be Alabama. Alabama is the first team out, and the second team out, I assume, will be Miami again, and it is. So Miami and Alabama come up just short. SMU hangs on and gets the spot.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. I mean, this was like a civil war at ESPN when it's dropped. And again, shout out to our editing team. They did a great job of chopping that because that whole video was like maybe an hour, and they chopped it up in less than 2.5 minutes. But let's start with UKL, man. What do you think about who's in, who's out, who's going to win it overall?
Well, honestly, I would have to say, not a lot of people ain't impressed with the teams. A lot of the top teams that they would want to see there, of course, Alabama being one, which, I don't feel the universe revolves around them as far as college football. But, a lot of people would agree to disagree on that. They got a lot of haters and a lot of people who love them. But, I like the whole idea, the whole college playoff, give teams that usually have good records but not get a shot at the championship, give them a shot. So, I'd like to be interested to see how it turn out. But I think possibly between Georgia and Ohio State, possibly that's just my opinion. But like you said again, but it wouldn't surprise me if some of the other teams put up an actual good threat and make it all the way there outside of the normal who expected of the popular teams for some of the known divisions. But like I said, it'd be interesting to see for the first year and see how it turn out.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna just put it like this, man. I like the new format, and they give everybody a chance to get in, man. Like seems like FSU who came in, last year you got gypped out of the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, and with the undefeated record, you know what I'm saying, and didn't make it. But it's about to be a big upset, man. Like you say, man, Bama out, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Like Bama ain't never out. And so for Bama not to make it, and it's half of these teams. I don't even know half of those colleges that made it in there, man. And you know what I'm saying, man? How it gonna be a playoff with Alabama? Like Chris say, man, you got Georgia, you got Ohio State, but then you can't count out Texas. You got Texas in there, man. There's a lot of even Boise State, man, with a Heisman runner up on the team, man. Running back. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people slept on Boise, man. But their running back got him in there, man, the whole season, man. So he's in a good position. But man, I'm looking forward to see what's gonna happen, man, going forward, man. But I do like the format. But like you said, man, with the college standards and how the way it's set up, man, a lot of teams gonna get gypped every year still, and people still gonna be upset about it. So. It is what it is, man. But I'm glad that he's got more teams that can compete. You know what I'm saying? So I like it.
Yeah, no, people in Alabama think it's their birthright to go to the championship every year.
All right, guys,
And
time's up.
one
Next
You
topic.
know, you can't take it away from him.
and one last thing on it. I think Chris picked Georgia to win, but overall, Oregon is the worst number one seed I think in years. Oregon, Boise State getting knocked out after they bye week. They getting knocked out early.
No
I
doubt.
got Georgia and Tennessee in the championship, and Georgia winning their third championship in 4 years, submitting their Kirby Smart to submit his dominance.
I'm not gonna say, man, but I'm gonna just tell you this, man. From what I've been watching Georgia this year, dude, they haven't been the same Georgia Bulldogs from as of late, man. Because Carson Beck, man, he just ain't it, bro. Like I don't understand all the hype around that dude, man. Because that dude just he panicked, man. You know what I'm saying a lot, man. I can't see them going deep into no playoffs with him. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
There's a lot of
right.
them about their defense, man. But Carson Beck is just overrated, bro.
Well, as the saying go, I mean, when the playoffs start in any sport, it's back 0-0. Some teams turn around and turn it up. Some stay the same and don't produce and stay how they are. So, like I said, only time will tell. But I think Georgia going to turn it around because, like you said, again, a lot of people say they've been falling off. And for them still to get there and to win the SEC championship, I think they're going to give them that boost to push them back in the championship form like we used to seeing from them over the past couple of years. So,
So they went to like 4 overtime with Georgia Tech, bro. 4 overtime with GT.
yeah, I mean,
I,
that kind of stuff
I
wasn't
think it was like eight, wasn't it?
You ain't
people
supposed to do
that
that.
type of.
You the bulldog. Them like your little brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Tech is the little brothers, man. When it comes to the bulldog, you know, you don't go to 4 overtime with Georgia Tech.
But see, that go back to saying what I was saying about the player. Like, people saying like counting out boards of state and teams like that. And even some of the teams that didn't make it was like y'all say with the standards, it's kind of hard to, put who gonna get in, who ain't. And so I feel they got screwed going off records and with the whole standings, it'd be like our popularity anyway. But it just time will tell how it gonna all play out.
For Alabama, they really don't have a case because last year Georgia went undefeated in the regular season but lost in the SEC championship, and they didn't make the playoffs. Here, Bama got three losses, two bad losses, one to Vanderbilt, and they got smacked in Norman, Oklahoma by the Sooners, and they
Yeah,
didn't make the SEC championship. So
exactly.
Alabama got no right this year.
I got you on that. I can agree with you on because the Georgia did get played, and I ain't like that. Just because they lost one game, they messed up their whole playoff run. That was just stupid.
What you gonna say, Chris?
No, I just was saying I agree with E on that. Like you said again, Georgia got screwed that year, and like you said again, the whole way they decided the standings for teams, I never really agreed with from the beginning. That's why I was saying I'm a fan of the playoff situation and giving other teams a shot to get in there.
All right, Bubba Cash Nation. Nobody acted the food this week. No Bush up Bubba, but I think we got a few Bubba wrap ups this year to close out the show. Party shots, Bubba wrap ups. I guess I'll start. Shout out to Hubie Brown. If you know Hubie Brown, legendary sports commentator, former NBA coach, it was announced recently that he's gonna soon retire. And this is not just any other retirement news. This man has over 50 years in the NBA. He's currently 91 years young, and it's a well-deserved retirement. I think his final game is going to be next year in February. And shout out to Hubie Brown, former Hawks coach, Memphis Grizzlies coach. He got that young team with Gasol and Debo in the playoffs. I think like 15 years ago. I got to fact check my team, but no one has dedicated so much. I mean, to a particular sport in every area. I think than Huey Brown, and it's a well-deserved retirement. So shout out to Coach Brown. Hey man, enjoy it.
Yeah, man. So, man, my part of shots, man, is going out to my man's Randy Moss, man. You know what I'm saying? We didn't speak on the show, man, and he battling some health issues right now, man. And I just, man, my heart goes out to him and his family, man. And hoping he can just get better. Which he doing good, man. He did come out with an interview, man, stating that everything was going good, man, and he got some surgery done, and that was a success. So I mean, I was just looking forward, man, in the future, man, seeing him back on ESPN, man, and talking sports, man, and hey, man, I was just ready to see my man's get back out there, man, commentate, man. So I just want to shout my boy Randy Mouse out there one time.
Yep, get well soon, Randy.
Yeah, not the ride coattails, but that was gonna be my part. And shout out myself about Randy Moss, one of my favorite, receivers in the game, one of the best that ever do it, in my opinion. And like I said again, all my prayers go out to him and his family through this tough time, and hopefully he come out on top and overcome his medical situation, and like you said, get back to a healthy state and back on TV and living his life to 100%. So prayers and shout out to him and his family.
All right. Publicast Nation, thanks for joining us. We're going to wrap up the show. Again, we'll be back better than ever. We try to do a new format, change things up, more special guests. We're going to have a contest if you can beat the Bubblecast in sports. Towards the end of the NFL week, we're going to have a contest that I'm going to put up who I think is going to win the week. E and KL, if he's joining us, going to put up who they go win. And it may be a prize for the viewer. So we're going to look into more in that down the stretch. So again, for the Bubblecast, from your host D, Professor D.
Big money E.
KL, what it do? Vader.
We thank you for joining us tonight, fam. We're going to be back better than ever. Peace out.
Deuces.
The Bubblecast is proudly made in the great state of Georgia.